nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pick.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, you got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
By Carolina.
He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this, they were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
He does a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Right there, 54.
On 2nd down. It's Carson, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
There's Wilson to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
They send Green to the left on his own. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 16, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pick.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Panthers 7, Seahawks nothing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Garoppolo. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Come on, QB, come on. 54 is mine. 54 is mine. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first two possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either. Whoosh.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Garoppolo. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And a Panther first down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent
under pressure, and they got to him again. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
There defensively.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Robbie Anderson.
Garoppolo.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks' 33-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action. Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. From the 36, Wilson. Green with a catch left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about it in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of them there.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. He's going to go up top again. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down and the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
There's the Panthers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. J.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return is Pettis. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Carolina.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 80! Watch time, Tony as well. Watch time.
And to give this time to the tailback. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Escaping the pressure right. And caught right side, Green. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 51 to Mike, boys. 51.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Carried by the wide receiver.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled at the
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And some room to roam now. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Mike spot 4.
Throwing again, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the gun, Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
16, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Tonight's final.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Panthers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. You have grades for each position that range. Browse available players to improve your team.
Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Steelers making their way out, and with their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March, and now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Down at the 26. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 50 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them...
On second down now, it's Connor, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this, up to the 41-yard line.
James Conner.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Incomplete.
Roethlisberger's
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He'll try and run for it with Conner. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they work this out past the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes it hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
A big pickup there on the run. 39 yards.
1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over first and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start the drive with a give to Conner. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Number 30, James Conner, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
For Juju Smith-Schuster.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
At their own 9-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how's he gotten there twice? What are we going to do? Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Alvin Kamara.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. 3rd down here. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Michael Thomas.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake, and he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside. Quarterback tucks it and keeps it. Quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Here we go.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.